Well, today we're going to make a terrific dinner, and
not fabulous.
Not fabulous. I know everything I make is always fabulous, but today I've decided it's just terrific.
Okay.
So it's going to be Chinese fried rice and pork with peppers and mushrooms, and it's going to be very delicious. At least I hope it will be. So the first thing that we want to do is prepare our egg for the fried rice. Now I'm just going to eyeball and put, I don't know, tablespoon or so. Just wipe off my oven there so that you don't talk about me behind my back. Heat up the oil, and the great thing about fried rice is that it's very easy to make, and you can get pretty much restaurant quality rice. Now I had cooked this the night before. This is cold rice, and you have to use old rice to make proper Chinese fried rice. I had about a cup of dry rice to 2 cups of water, cooked it in the traditional way, bringing it to a boil, then reducing the heat, covering it with a lid, and cooking it on very low for about 20 minutes. And after it was finished and kind of cooled off to room temperature, I popped it in the fridge, and here it is today. Now cooked, that 1 cup dry has measured out 4 cups of cooked. There is a little more in the pot, but I've decided for just measurement purposes to use 4 cups. Now I'm sure that this oil is hot, and I can put in my eggs. So here I have 2 eggs, which I've beaten. I know, poor eggs. Just get horribly abused, beaten, whipped. Very violent life they lead. And you know how you want to get those nice strips. Now some recipes for fried rice call putting it in the wok and kind of mixing it all together, but I don't like to do that. I like to have it like one little omelet so that I can cut it up and make it into little strips so I have nice even distribution. I don't want kind of chunk of eggs. Okay. And I want to flip this. What do you think?
I'll go for it.
Dare I? Dare I? Oh.
Well, look at that. Almost flipped.
Almost. Did it like an omelet.
Well, you should have gone the other way.
Yeah, I should have, but I don't want it to stick together. Oh well. I am sorry. I'm so embarrassed. Extremely embarrassed. Okay.
It didn't work the way it was
No,
supposed to.
you know what it was? I didn't have the confidence. I lacked the confidence.
It's sad.
It was horrible. I thought that it was going to end up on the floor, and I didn't give it that big tug that I should have, but nonetheless, that's fine. Okay.
Much for no chunks of egg.
No chunks of egg. Okay, so here, I'm just going to cut this. See, I have this blunt end to this great spoon, and just going to cut it up. We'll have it on reserve so that we're going to be able to mix it into our rice. Now I'm heating up the wok, and this is a fantastic wok. We actually were talking and realized that we haven't used it ever, and so today's going to be a great time to.
And it was like dirt cheap from IKEA.
Yes, very, very cheap.
And it works with the induction cooktop.
Yes, and we're thrilled about that, because not every pan that we have works with the induction cooktop, and that means we have to take out our handy little element that we plug in, one of those coil elements. Okay, now I am actually going to continue on with this. So the egg is just put aside here, and I am putting this down to maybe, 7 should be good. I'm using the same pan, conserve on pans, and I'm going to heat up some oil in the wok. Check this out. Look at this. I'm doing like double duty.
It's multitasking.
It is multitasking. And here we have about 3/4 of a pound of pork. That would be about 750 grams, I would say, of pork. And I've cut it against the grain. So what that basically means is you tilt your knife like this, and you just cut through the meat on an angle, and it produces a little more tender taste.
You have to watch your oil.
Oh yes. Okay. So my oil is smoking and hot, like me. putting that rice in. Okay. Giving it the stirring. And I've got this nice wooden spoon that has a very Chinese kind of shape. I think it just feels more authentic.
Wait a minute. What's a Chinese kind of shape?
I have this. It has that kind of curve and round.
Okay.
Not that people are like that. God knows, no. Okay. Cooking the pork on medium-high. Just to get all the pinkness out of it. There we go.
It's the other white meat.
It is the other white meat, and it's a good meat to have. It's actually quite lean. I don't know why people shun it. I mean, I know people can shun it for religious reasons, of course, but in terms of its fat content, it's pretty good. Now, some people recommend putting the rice like on a cookie sheet overnight. I did not do that. I just kept it in the pan. Move on to this. Good. All the pinkness is almost gone. Now here I have equivalent of about 1 medium pepper, julienne, and then the juliennes were cut in half. And I have 3 regular button mushrooms that I cleaned and just cut into thin little slices. See how thin they were? And then I cut them in half. So just stir fry this at the same time. That's it. And going back to our rice. Oh yes. Here we go. There we go. I'm going to turn that down to about a medium-high. Adding a little more oil in here. There we go. I'm glad I don't work in a Chinese restaurant, I'll tell you that much. It's a lot of work.
Because you're not curved and round?
That's right. Well, I am curved and round as it happens, but as is my spoon. Moving over here. Oh, yes. Okay.
Why are you doing it in separate pans?
Well, because
I know you did the rice in separate pans because you didn't, or the egg rather, because you didn't want it in.
Right, but this is, I'm making 2 different dishes. I'm making
I
like
thought these were meant to go together.
Well, they are on the same plate, but I'm making 2 different Chinese dishes. I'm making the fried rice, and I'm making the
They said that
pork,
because you've
pork
used
and
this,
peppers and mushrooms.
they said because this is a new pan, you have to use more oil than normal.
Ah, okay. That makes sense because that's why I have to pour in that extra oil.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here I am going to add 3 tablespoons of sesame oil. Sorry, soy sauce. A tablespoon of sesame oil. Make sure you get that all off. And here I have just 1/8 of a teaspoon of 5-spice powder and 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper. This is that authentic Chinese taste and that color. Oh yeah. Starting to look really good here. What do you think?
Starting to look really good here.
That's what I like you for your originality. Okay, that's moving along quite well. Oh, I know what I don't have. Okay. Here I have a cup of peas and carrots, frozen peas and carrots.
That's what they use in
They do,
they want
you
to
know.
create when they want to have a crowd sound. People go peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
I thought it was rhubarb.
Well, both.
Do it? Peas and carrots? Did they say that? Or are you just pulling my leg here?
No.
I don't trust you anymore with your little movie analogies.
That's it.
Okay, how are we doing here? This looks like it's good. So here I'm adding in about 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. There we go. I love hoisin sauce.
Yeah.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Okay.
You should make that YPT soup sometime.
Well, we did.
Can we do that for the blog already?
Oh yeah, it's already on there.
Oh.
Well, you just apparently you haven't been
I don't
following.
read. I don't read the book.
No, you haven't been reading it, so I'm kind of disappointed, frankly. Okay, here we go. This looks like it is ready to go. And how are we doing on our rice?
When do you add the egg?
I am going to add it momentarily.
Like now?
Yes. Momentarily. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get the egg in there. Mix it all through. Oh yeah. That's looking pretty authentic, don't you think?
Very. Do they use frozen peas and carrots?
Yeah, they do. They actually do. Come on, you know that when we've gone out for Chinese food.
I didn't know.
They use the the frozen peas and carrots. Absolutely. Now I'm just going to do a little taste test here. See how we're doing?
And heat up the egg again.
Now I think I could add another tablespoon of soya. But it definitely has that authentic Chinese food taste in it. I think the white pepper really adds to it. No doubt. Okay. Now that's great. It's all done right here. Okay, got that done. Now all we have to do is plate it. Let's get a plate from up here.
Plating.
Yeah.
Plating.
We're plating here. We're plating here. That's a rip-off from...
Taxi Driver.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. I'm walking here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. It's from Midnight Cowboy.
Yes.
My mistake. I was thinking.
We're walking here. Okay. So there's the pork. All done. Just cleaning that off. And get a clean plate here. And gonna serve up this wonderful rice. Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
Isn't that good? Oopsie. I have to rescue that. Put that right in my mouth. So my rice could have been drier. I would recommend spreading it out on a cookie sheet the night before so that you can dry it out. Now I think this is going to be sufficient, as my sister would say. And I'll just leave the rest of that for later. And I'm going to get another tablespoon for the serving. Excuse me, cameraman Dave. Coming through. Okay. And then here we have nice green onion to top this. Why not? Put a little bit of fresh green onion there for some authenticity. And there you have it. How much time did that take us?
13 minutes and 30 seconds.
Not bad. Now I did, in all honesty, pre-cut things. So, once you get everything, as they say, mise en place, it doesn't take very long. But here is a nice quick dinner for two, cameraman Dave and me, of pork with pepper strips and mushrooms and classic Chinese fried rice.
Yay.
Ah.